Hey, this is Bethany. Welcome back to my channel. And today I am going to do an actual chatty get ready with me where I actually talk about stuff that's like my life and stuff I've been doing and exciting little things and updates instead of talking about the makeup. I like maybe briefly mention like what I'm using on my face or what have you. But I really want to focus on just chatting about all these things going on with me and recent events and stuff like that. So without further ado, let's get ready. To start, I'm going to be priming my eyes with Covergirl's Lid Lockup. I just like that this has a little applicator tip and it's in the drugstore, so I'm using something that's accessible to lots of people who watch me, so it works nicely. So today I'm going to be doing my makeup with the Urban Decay Backtalk palette. I'm not going to be talking about it a ton, but if you all want like more thorough thoughts on this palette or maybe like a second tutorial with it, I'd be interested in that because this is like my first time using it. So, I mean, I have used the blushes, but I just want to try this out. I'm more of like a thorough review person as opposed to a tutorial person. But anyways, let me just dip into some of this and talk about my life. I'm going to be dipping into this shade Backtalk. So going on about new things in my life, I suppose I need to update you all about something. So my hair is different, and the last videos you've seen my hair's been getting lighter. I've been having my stylist bleach it, and then I wanted like my normal red roots to go to pink hair, and you know I have like these pink kind of highlights and, well, more like pink sort of highlights, but then I have actual highlights that are like pure white and then a little bit of like the coppers and the blondes all throughout my hairs. But she gave me this watercolor shampoo that can add more pink. And I left it on too long and now it's like really pink. But I'll show you like my hair progress up here. So first I started off with like my natural reddish hair color, very coppery, and I hadn't colored it in a couple of years and I was just kind of digging being like that. And then I had to go to my stylist and have her bleach my hair twice just to get like a balayage ombre from my red hair to blonde to pure white at the ends. And then the third time I went back, she finally added some pink color, but she did it very subtly. She added pink like every other chunk strand, and it gave a really beautiful effect. Like my hair looked like there's a pink light shining on it, basically. It gives it a nice pink afterglow type look, which I love. So this is just something I've always wanted to do with my hair, and I've never been able to do it because I've always worked retail, so I've never had that kind of freedom. In fact, I asked my manager a couple years ago when I was a receptionist, and I was like, hey, would you be opposed to if I just put like a little bit of color in the ends of my hair? And they're like, no, you can't do that. By the way, this is like a blush nudes palette. And I'm digging the colors more than I did the Urban Decay Naked 3, I believe, which was a blush nudes. Because this is more committed to being a blush nudes palette. Very beautiful pink and almost leaning purple and warm tones. So I really like the color combinations thus far. Okay, next I'm going to take these two shimmer shades. First is Altitude, which is like a warm blushy brick nude. And then the next one is Shade, and it's kind of magenta. So I'm going to focus this one on like the inner crease. I don't usually do this with shimmers, but I'm going to do a cut crease today. So I'm going to use that one. And then on the outer portion of it, you'll see I'm just going to add the purpley one. So let's go in with the warm one first. I'm just picking up a decent amount of Altitude here. So I'm just placing that on the inner portion here. You all may know if you follow me on like my Instagram or my Snapchat, I recently went on vacation. I went on vacation with family. My brother and his family were out in Huntington Beach. And it was perfect timing because I got invited to Ipsy or Generation Beauty, and they had like a creator day I could go to before actual Gen Beauty, which was awesome because I got an opportunity to learn a lot and meet a few brands. Also, while I was at actual Generation Beauty, I got to hang out with some really cool people. Like, I got to hang out at Creator Day with Ipsy, with Pompberry. And then also DanielZrofl. Sorry, I can't pronounce it, but it's like, I call him Daniel Z in my mind. They were both in the Face Awards last year, and it was just nice to get to hang out with them quite a bit. I was like the first person there. I felt really awkward. But it was really awesome to get to hang out with other creators. And then at like actual Gen Beauty, I was hanging out with Pompberry again, or Fernanda rather, and we ran into LooksbyLexington, who I follow on Instagram, and she is just freaking hilarious. And she also has a YouTube channel now, but she's just so hilarious. She's like that perfect combination of talented and hilarious. I just love watching her. And then she was there with her friend Chloe, who actually owns Strobe Cosmetics. So I was hanging out with like basically mostly the three of them that whole time, and it was just a blast. They were all so fun, so chill and down to earth. But anyways, I just had a blast. I've had bad experiences at events that I've gone to as a YouTuber, and sometimes I find myself feeling very alienated by the experiences that I have. And it's always such a huge relief to run into people who are passionate about what you are and aren't douchebags, because I've ran into douchebags. And I just can't even begin to say how thankful I was for that wasn't the case. So this purpley shade isn't showing up as much as I hoped. I'm kind of having to build it up a bit. It's a really pretty shade though. Okay, so I'm taking a bit of altitude and dragging it under the eyes. I've already done that a bit. So everything I've used thus far I'm really loving, but this shade called Shade is just like really weak. And I'm like, oh, but this one's gorgeous. Like, oh, look how buttery and shimmery that is. By the way, this palette was sent to me, but I, as always, have every intent of giving you my honest opinion. And I'm just bummed that this shade doesn't work, because that was like a pinky purple magenta sort of thing, and that was like the color I was digging. But so let's continue playing with this. Next I'm going to take the shade 3 Sheets, and I'm going to be just highlighting my brow bone. Is this actually a pale enough brow bone highlight? Let's see. I think it looks paler in the pan than it is on my skin, but it is blending out quite nicely and like softening the edges of what I'm doing. Alright, so I've been calling this shade Altitude. It's actually Attitude. My mistake. Okay, next I'm going to be doing a cut crease. I'm using this Sigma cut crease brush that I recently ordered because I've been wanting to try more cut creases, and I don't find many brushes give me a clean look. And then I'm going to be using this ColourPop concealer because I like the consistency for doing this, and this is too dark for me, so we'll use it for that. I'm going to do one off camera first, you know, anxiety. Before I commit to this cut crease though, I'm going to take these 2 shades from the Urban Decay Electric palette. I can't even tell what they are. One is Jilted. But I'm going to mix them together and pop that on the outer end of the eye just a little bit, because I want a little bit more of a purple shift before I go into this cut crease. I want a little bit more depth. See, it just looks a little bit more shifty that way, and I want this. Let me just have this one thing. Okay, now to the cut crease. Okay, so we've got the first cut crease down. Let me try to see if I can master this on camera. I hate trying to do a cut crease on camera. I mean, that's why, in fact, I hardly ever do them. I find that this brush is really good for laying down the general shape, but you still have to clean it up with a smaller brush. So I kind of go in, don't go too high, just a couple millimeters above the actual crease. Dude, this stresses me out. And my neighbor's talking and I can hear them. And I do like, is my neighbor literally standing in my front yard talking to themselves? Because it sounds like they are. Now I'm taking a little bitty Sigma liner brush, so teeny, and then I'm gonna clean up that line because it's not perfect. Oh my god, I just dropped my concealer everywhere. Ugh, my crease has kind of messed it up a little bit. I'm so annoyed. So I'm gonna dip back into this purple and like try to fix it. Okay, now to set all this, I'm just packing 3 sheets onto the lid, very carefully, not going outside that clean cut line. Now I got big old eyelids for the first time in my life. I'm gonna do my brows off camera. I will be using this Covergirl pencil skinny and this LA Girl one. Yep. Okay, so we've jumped around a bit, but I'm gonna finish up liner and kind of talk to you about some other things. So I'm going to do a gold line with this NYX Aqua Luxe liquid liner here. It's in 24 karat, right through that cut crease. And then probably off camera, I'm gonna wing my eyes. But if I need to clean up that cut crease, I use the Kat Von D concealer because it's paler, so it kind of highlights that edge. So let's go ahead and do that. So something I haven't really mentioned much to you all about, I guess a little bit. I've been in the Allure Incubator series, but I didn't tell you all that I'm actually going to be in Allure magazine this month, along with the other 4 contestants. And I was tweeting about this the other day because I'm so embarrassed. When we finished wrapping up filming the series, like literally my skin was screaming, right? Because we were filming some of the episodes back to back, removing makeup, adding makeup back on, trying again, filming another episode, whatever. So anyways, by the end of filming all this, my skin was screaming. This eye in particular was leaking. My skin was getting kind of puffy and irritated. So anyways, they wrap up the finale and the director of all this stuff is like, okay, y'all got 30 minutes. We're going to send in the photographer here from Allure magazine and they're going to take pictures of you for the magazine. And I'm just like, okay, well maybe I can clean up this mess and not look like a potato. So yeah, they give us 30 minutes to fix our makeup and my makeup literally got worse because my eye got to leaking just because I was messing with it. It was horrible. I wanted to cry. So anyways, I knew these pictures weren't gonna be good. They even showed me them kind of on his camera and I was like, oh my gosh, the group picture, everyone looks good except I'm over here just like really pathetic looking. I think I'll insert a screenshot here. But basically, they sent us the proofs like 2 months ago of like the best ones. And like their best one of me that's likely gonna be in the magazine is like, oh boy. So anyways, I'm gonna get to be in a magazine, which is my dream come true, but I'm gonna look nothing like at least how I pictured myself to look. And it's gonna be great. Yeah. For lashes, I'm gonna be using this iEnvybyKiss set. This is part of their iconic natural line. This is number 12, obviously very fluffy, so. Okay, now we're mostly finished with the eyes. I'm going to be taking the shade Low Key from this Backtalk palette and using that on the cheeks, just because I think something peachy and a little bit more subtle might be ideal. Yeah, definitely looking way cuter than I did during the Allure Incubator series. I am really digging this blush color with my fair skin. They have some deeper ones here, so there's like a whole variety for different skin types. Might actually add a bit of that onto my lower tear duct, just because I like that pale pink peachy shade with the rest of these colors. I am going to add mascara on my bottom lashes just off camera. And then let's just finish up with highlight and a lip. For highlight, I'm going to use this little sample of the Balm's Merry Luminizer. I know a lot of fair skinned people go on about this, and I feel like it could stand to be brighter. I don't know. This is like my second time trying it in the last year. And it gives my skin kind of like a little bit darker tinge than I expected, but it's alright. It's not as dark as the Almrazi highlighter. Blushing my nose is now like my new favorite thing. It just makes me feel so cute. Okay, so to finish up with lips, I had this little baby sample of this shade called Naked Dolly by Too Faced that I've been wanting to try because it looks freaking cute. So I'm just gonna put on a bit of that. Definitely doesn't feel like a matte lipstick. Yeah, this definitely behaves more like a gloss. It's real cute. I like it. Alright, so that is my finished makeup look using a couple new things, especially this new Urban Decay Backtalk palette. This has been around a while. These new iconic lashes, I'm really digging these. They definitely have the thick band though, so those ones are more trickier to work with beginners and people with small hooded eyes like myself, but these actually went on very well, and I dig them. One last thing, I did actually add some gold liner to the waterline, and I will have that listed below just to finish up those details. But overall, I'm really digging this look. It's been a while since I've mastered a cut crease, and I just think this was a fun palette to do it with. I did not like that shade, but all the other ones I tried I did, but I'll try to delve into this a little bit more and give you all like my thoughts on my upcoming like favorites and fails for the month. By the way, I did upload a March favorites and fails if you all want to check that out. I will have that linked below. And if there are some new products out that you guys would like to see me try, please be sure to let me know, because I'm picking some things up. Hopefully they'll be like affordable things, but I'm picking some things up and I'm like getting more into like doing reviews and giving you all my thoughts on products and letting you know what to look out for. Anyhow, I really hope that you all enjoyed this video and you enjoyed me kind of talking about more personal things. If you want to see more videos of this particular type, please be sure to give me a thumbs up below because that really indicates that you enjoyed it and I should keep making videos like this. Anyways, I hope that this wasn't too rambly and that you all had a good time, enjoyed this look, maybe got a little inspired. I'm hoping to do more cut creases soon and kind of talk my hooded eyes sisters through it because it's a struggle. So, as always, I thank you all so much for watching this video and I will see you next time. Bye-bye.